Hi everyone, welcome to Tokyo Campervans. This is our Sakura van. Today we're going to do a walk around and tell you everything you need to know about renting this van. This is perfect for a family because it's compact, but it does seat 5 people. It can sleep multiple people, including small families. Okay, so starting on the outside, it's all black. It's a very simple design and it just blends in like it's a regular size vehicle for Japan. So that means it's really easy to drive. It's still got enough power, so when you're on the freeway and whatnot, you can still drive relatively quick, but it's designed for simplicity. So that's driving either in the city or wherever you go outside of the city as well. 2 sliding doors on either side. And then of course it opens out the back as well. You can use this as a cover for when you want to eat and cook and things like that. Let's take a look inside. There's quite a bit of space here in the back. For me, I'm 164 centimeters, relatively small size, but plenty of room for me. I think for anyone that's like 180, even 190 centimeters, this is a good size van on the inside. A lot of Japanese cars are designed with a lot of space on the inside, so that's pretty cool. One of the features of this van that a lot of our customers have liked is it has multiple table settings. This is what you can use in the back here in the middle row. If you want to work, kind of chill out, if you want to eat, you can also use this. And there's also another spot where we'll show you in a minute. We can actually move this into the very back row. Kind of useful for like a workation option. This does fit 5 people comfortably. You obviously have the driver, the passenger, and in the back you've got 3 legit size seats, middle here, and also one on this side. It does have an ISOFIX, so you can put in child seats in here as well, which we do actually provide. If you are bringing toddlers or even babies, you could travel, I would say, with a small family. The reason I say a small family is even though it can fit 5 people, whether or not I would sleep 5 people is another question. I would say the sleeping space is probably appropriate for 2 adults plus 1 child, maybe 2 kids. You could squeeze in. I've done that before. I have 2 daughters that are 5 and 6, so you could just about fit in that size family. Now we're in the very back row and we've actually flipped this around, as you can see here. This middle row is symmetrical. What you saw just now was us in the seating position when we're driving, but this position is when you've stopped. You can't actually drive like this. The seat belts won't go back the opposite way. This position, when you flip it around, is basically the living room function or the sleeping bed function. As I mentioned before, you could have the table in the middle row or you can put the table in the back row. It becomes more appropriate for a mini dining table, so you can cook outside, bring food inside, and you can sit and eat. It's got 4 cup holders here on this table, and then also you have cup holders here, and then 2 more on this side as well. This is probably the best living setup for this van, and you can fit comfortably 2 to 3 people on this side, and then I'd say another 2 people here. This definitely is a 5-person carrier. Again, questionable how we would fit 5 people here to sleep without extra external tents and sleeping arrangements. We're going to move to the next part, which is flattening the bed out. All right, so we flattened this out. It only took like 20-30 seconds. Pretty easy to actually navigate this without any instructions. Very intuitive. There are instructions with pictures and writing, so if you do get stuck, there's extra help. This is kind of the best sleeping arrangement. So I'm just going to jump in and just check out how much room there is. I fit perfectly with loads of extra room. This is like more than enough space. I could probably roll around and breakdance in here and it's fine. I'm 164 centimeters, so this is me with my feet right at the end of the bed, and there's about this much distance. I think it's 185, 190 centimeters is my guess, and width-wise reasonable for 2 if not 3 people. But overall, this is actually a lot bigger than I expected when you get everything out. Some of the basic functions of this van: lights up here. That lights up very simply the van. There is a separate power unit that powers this entire van with a separate charger. And when you drive the vehicle, you automatically charge that battery. You can check where the battery is at by pressing this button here. As you can see now, that's charged to the very top. That's a battery test. You can use these outlets. So there's 120 watt 12V cigarette plug-in. You've got the Japan 2-prong power outlet, and you have another one on this side here as well. This is the bed layout. Very simple. We have a futon cover. There's an extra mattress, extra layer that gives you a bit more comfort with sheets, of course, 2 pillows, and then a duvet. You can order extra if you have more people, you have specific needs. And then of course, curtains. Probably one of the most important things, curtains that cover every single window in the vehicle, including this back section as well. This is really critical for keeping all the light out when you want to get a good night's sleep. Another cool option of this van is you have a cable that plugs into the outside. You can see here on the driver's side rear, you open this up, this plugs in. You then plug this into the main. A lot of camping sites come with this option to park next to a power station and actually plug in the van. This just gives you extra comfort. You don't have to worry about power. This doesn't power the air conditioning. It powers all the electricity. So that keeps on power supplies, laptops, Wi-Fi, whatever you need. This is really important. That's supplementary to the charger whilst you're driving. If you do want air conditioning all the time, it is possible, but you have to keep the engine on, which isn't, the best approach. Our advice always when we get that question, especially in summer, it's really hot, get to the mountains and then you can open up and you have a mosquito net that you can put around and get a great airflow going. So when it cools down, obviously in the mountains, it gets to 20 degrees and even slightly below in the summer as well. This comes with 3 nets, or in Japanese, ami. So it covers the left side, the right side, and the rear. So the idea is to leave all doors and the back door open. Put this net up so it protects you from mosquitoes. So this is a really critical tool in summer for this van. We have this set up here. We purposely put this table arrangement below the back door. This is the best that you can do for like some kind of permanent fixture. The best thing I think you use it for is obviously cover if it's raining, but also if it's really sunny or hot, it gives you a bit of shade as well. 3 different chairs. You have 3 different sizes. Pretty comfortable. Simple setup here with a stove, 1 kind of cooking pan, portable gas stove unit, 2 or 3 of these gas canisters, which last a fair while. Like you can get through probably 4 or 5 meals with just one of these. This cap comes off, it plugs in. It's very easy, intuitive. There's 57,000 convenience stores in Japan, and every single one of them sells this for like less than 200 yen, which is like $1. So you're never going to run out of gas or cooking ability, even if you stay for longer. This comes with 5 plastic plates, spoons, knife and forks, enough for like a small family again. Generally, especially if you're staying at campsites or michinoekis, which are those big parking areas, there are spots where you can clean stuff quite easily. So it should be easy to manage this when you're on longer trips. You want to cook for yourself, clean afterwards. One of the really key things about this van is the power. First of all, the major power unit is here. Switch that on and you see it goes green, as you can see. And then you actually have to then flick this switch here, and that powers up all the electricity in the van, which is critical for the sink and for the refrigerator, which we'll show you now. So first of all, the sink. Lovely, clean water. So there's 2 tanks under here. One is the clean water, one is empty for dirty water that goes through. They are cleaned and emptied regularly. Here's the fridge. This fridge powers one of these kind of cigarette lighter style sockets. That's the outside temperature. Okay, we've got low mode, high mode, and then NE mode. So 18 liters capacity. This does give you enough storage space for a couple of meals. It does go to -1 apparently. Really essential in the summer here as well. We're inside the van in the cockpit. There's a lot of space around, really good visibility for driving. It's comfortable. You can easily do 100, 120 kilometers an hour. Turning circles are pretty good. It does have a back camera, which is useful, but generally the dimensions of this are very, very easy to drive. It's technically a compact van, but again, the space doesn't really feel like that. Automatic transmission, old school handbrake, air conditioning. You do have this USB-C phone holder, which has an auto charge. So if you've got anything from an iPhone 10 or 11 and above, it will automatically charge as you're using it, which is useful. This does have a navigation system. Unfortunately, that is not in English. Google Maps is way better. We recommend you get data when you come here. That's really critical. And then Google Maps, Apple Maps as well is fine. There's other applications as well that I'm sure work. Waze is a popular one, but generally Google Maps will suffice. The only exception I would say is when you do get into remote parts of Japan and you're driving in the countryside, you might want to just double check visually where you're going. It can take you off major roads sometimes. Google Maps will always take you that most efficient, fastest path, but it may not be appropriate for even a mid-sized vehicle like this. But generally, again, this is a compact van size and is really reasonable and easy to drive. So if you want to take out our Sakura van for your next Japan adventure, please DM us, contact us via our website. We can also help you plan with routes, with booking campsites, with general recommendations for what are the best vans for what size family or people in your group. Check out some of our Google reviews. We also have a lot of reviews and testimonials on our Instagram page. Thanks for considering Tokyo Campervans for your next trip, and we hope to see you soon.